So you're in high school, or you're in college, or you just graduated college, or you're already in your mid to late 20s. You clicked on this video because you're looking for help and advice from the big sister that you wish you had. Hi, my name is Evie. I have gone through a lot, and I'm here to share some wisdom with you to hopefully spare you from some of the difficulties and struggles that I have encountered in my 25 years thus far. I came up with this concept like right before my 24th birthday, and I sat down and I wrote down everything that I'm going to share with you in this video. If you know me outside of YouTube, you know that I coach volleyball, club volleyball, outside of my 9 to 5. Yes, I'm a very busy girl. I do a lot here. I freaking adore my volleyball girls more than anything. So if you're here and you're one of my volleyball girls, hi, you know who you are. I love you the most. You are the reason why I'm making this video, actually. So last year I coached both 16s and 12s, and I just saw a lot of myself in both ages. Like, I could remember where my head was at when I was their ages, and some of the things that came up, I remember some of the struggles that I went through when I was their age. So I thought up this video last summer for you guys, my volleyball girls. These are all the lessons that I hope to share with you. And if you are not a volleyball girl, I hope that this is just helpful life advice. You guys, I've been through a lot. So let's get right into it. I'm very, very excited. All right, I am going to crack my drink. We have a lovely little sunset. My windows are a little tinted, so you can't super see, and I have Poppy Doc Pop. This is my favorite flavor. Hello, Poppy, if you're watching my video. Let's get into this. I have 24 little lessons that I wish I knew before I had turned 14. We're gonna start off with a pretty strong one. Number 1, confidence is the most attractive trait that you can have. Do not mistake confidence for cockiness. These are two very different things, okay? Confidence is being able to walk anywhere with your head held high and feeling strongly in the person you are and not needing to hide behind anything. Picture this. You are meeting a friend for lunch, okay? You decide to meet at your local restaurant, whatever that may be. They have already texted you that they're there, so you're running a little bit behind. It's a busy day. It's during the lunch rush, and you show up a little bit late. You walk in and it is packed, and immediately you're kind of stressed and you're like, oh my gosh, where's my friend? Shoot, what do I do? What a lot of us, I think, and myself included, used to do, and what I'm sure the natural response is to pull out your phone and immediately start texting your friend, where are you, where are you, where are you? Sitting at the door, sitting on your phone, texting. You walk in and immediately you're doing this. Now, let me give you a different scenario. What if you walk in, take a second to breathe, take a second to scan the room, look around, see if you see any familiar faces. If you don't, take your time, walk slowly, do 1 lap around the room. This is a rule I have for myself, the 1 lap rule. I want you to get in that room, make your lap, look for your friend, and more times out of not, you will see them unless they're in the bathroom or unless they're in the back of some area. That screams confidence. Being able to walk in with your head held high, shoulders rolled back, and taking a confident, slow walk around the restaurant to find your friend, that is confidence. You become immediately much more attractive. You become immediately much more sure of yourself. You find trust in yourself in these situations, and you become a lot more approachable. Next up, number 2, I want to talk about job interviews and public speaking. There was a time when the thought of public speaking or getting in front of a classroom and talking or being interviewed scared the crap out of me. But something about going to college, something about being in a sorority, I learned how to hold a conversation and I learned how to talk with people. All a job interview is, and all a public speaking assignment, such as giving a presentation in class or giving a presentation at work, all that is you talking. All you're doing is having a conversation with someone, but multiply that by a couple. If you were talking with your best friend and you were telling her about a topic that you knew front to back, would you be stressed? No, not at all. When you're going into a job interview, when you're going into a classroom and you're going to be giving a presentation, I want you to imagine everyone there knows who you are. Everyone there is your bestie. Everyone there knows where you're coming from, and they know that you know what you're talking about. So that stress is relieved. When you are public speaking, you are the expert in the room. you are sharing your expertise with everybody else. Maybe it's even time to bring out the light. Let's see. Okay, we'll do that. Number 2 runs right into number 3, knowing how to hold a conversation. Again, this is something that I learned from being in a sorority and being in college. That is the one thing I will say. Sorority recruitment teaches you how to hold a conversation, and it teaches you how to remove the stress of social anxiety, if you will. A tip that I have, and something that I learned from this, is have a set amount of questions or things that you want to talk with that person about. Everybody has a story, and everybody has something that you can learn. The second you remember that, and the second you decide that in your head, you will immediately be able to talk to anybody and everybody. And the reason for this is you will never run out of questions. When you're talking with someone, don't be too overbearing and ask really private questions, kind of read the room there, but you will be able to carry out a conversation with anyone when you realize that you can have commonalities with just about anybody. Start with, hey, where are you from? What do you do for work? These are the quick little easy icebreakers, right? That kind of small talk, boring stuff. I'm not a big fan of small talk, but what this does do is it opens up and segues into deeper conversations. If someone is actually wanting to talk to you, and if someone is interested in keeping the conversation going, they will make it very easy. Sometimes keeping conversation going is difficult if someone else is not reciprocating. It is like pulling teeth. Make it a game for yourself. Try and figure out what thing you have in common, and then dive deeper into that with them. Maybe you guys are part of the same friend group that you didn't know about. Maybe you guys are part of the same club that you didn't know about. Maybe you guys have very similar interests. You can always learn something from someone else. You can always make friends with someone else. These are 2 rules that I very much believe, and I think we'll get into that in a little bit here too. Number 4, you can make friends with anyone. And the reason I say this is because everybody has a story. Everybody has depth to them. Think about yourself for a second. How long could you talk about yourself and your interests, your family, where you're from, your school, your best friends? How long do you think you could talk about yourself for? A long time, right? And that applies for someone else. They could talk about themselves for a long time. Someone's favorite word is their own name, and that is because innately we are creatures who love to feel seen. People love to talk about themselves. People love to talk about things that they love. So find what that commonality is, and you can make friends with anyone, I guarantee you. Just have a conversation, be confident enough to hold that conversation, maintain eye contact when you are talking with somebody, and give them the time of day. I guarantee you, with every single person in this world, you have at least one thing in common with them. Everybody has someone that they look up to. Everybody has someone that they would die for. Everyone has somebody who is their best friend to the moon and back, right? In a conversation with someone, figure out what they love, and boom, relate it back to yourself and keep the conversation flowing. Moving on from friends. Number 5, never trust a liar, a cheater, or a thief. There have been people in my life where, believe it or not, I have cut them out of my life because they were all 3. I had some best friends. They were the closest I have had to me, but they ticked each box. They were liars, cheaters, and thieves. Never trust someone who has all 3 of these qualities. Every so often, we get caught up in our own business, and you gotta lie a little bit, right? A white lie. That is very different from deliberately lying to someone's face. If someone can lie to you directly while looking in your eyes, never trust them. They are not to be trusted, you guys, because if they can lie to you to your face, these 3 qualities combined means that they have no care for you. They only care about themselves. Those are the 3 most selfish qualities in the world, hands down. I will fight and die on that hill. Those are the 3 most selfish qualities in the world. Do not make friends with somebody, and do not stay friends with somebody who has all 3 of these, because they will burn you. 100% guarantee. Number 6, alliances change. And what I mean by this is something that I learned from one of Leo Skepi's videos long ago. Never talk shit about somebody with someone else unless it is something that you would stand on and say to that person's face. Alliances change, you guys. You could have the bestest friend in the entire freaking world, and you talk mad shit about someone else. Imagine if they were to go tell that other person. Now where would you be? Would you feel comfortable saying that to that person's face? And if the answer is no, you probably shouldn't be saying it at all. That might be something that you keep in your journal. That might be something that you keep up here and not share with the whole class, okay? Because it's happened with me and it can get you in some deep shit. And segueing off of talking shit, number 7, you only have yourself at the end of the day. Make sure you like that person. At the end of this, we all die. No one gets out of it. We all end up in the same place. We came here the same way and we leave here the same way. At the end of the day, when you are on your deathbed, you may have a room full of people that love you. You may have nobody. The one person you will have regardless is yourself. Make sure that you are always looking out for yourself. Make sure that you are always trusting yourself, and make sure that you are always being respectful of yourself. You need to be your biggest fan. You need to be your biggest advocate, and you need to stand up for yourself. If you can look in the mirror and you confidently can say that you love yourself, that is the secret to life, baby. You have won. I think the biggest thing in the entire world is you need to make sure that you are a good person. What does that mean? I think is a little bit to each their own. Everyone can kind of decide their criteria of what being a good person is. But to me, it's being a friend to everybody. It's trusting your gut. And it's just being kind. Being kind is not that difficult. We are all human. We all make mistakes. But the one thing that we can all do is be kind to one another. If you cannot sit with yourself and you cannot sit with your internal monologue and you cannot sit with your thoughts, that's a problem and that deserves some self-work. And that would be an entirely different video on itself. Let me know if you want that in the comments below. Ooh, here's an important one. Number 8, something I struggled with all throughout high school and college and still have to keep myself in check with to this date. Eating less does not mean you are eating healthy. This is something that is so difficult to follow, especially in this day and age, especially with social media, especially with all the people lying and selling products that are de-bloating and selling products that are gonna make you skinny and selling products that are shapewear. We are constantly programmed as women to think about the way we look. We are constantly programmed as women to be mindful of what we're eating in diet culture and what you're supposed to be wearing and skinny talk and body positivity. It is always in your face. Whether good or bad, it is always in your face. But I want you to know and to keep in mind that eating less does not mean eating healthy. I got in big trouble with this in college because I was fresh out of back surgery and I was in my recovery. I became so overly obsessed with my looks. I became so overly obsessed with getting to a certain number on my tape measure for my waist size. So what did I do? I thought, intermittent fasting, which is good sometimes, but I took it to another level and it became something unhealthy. This is something that I should and could make an entire video all about, is nutrition and proper nutrition and how to actually get a figure you want while giving your body the proper nutrients. But long story long with that one, I was starving myself. I didn't think I was at the time. I was constantly gaslighting myself and saying, no, you ate at 2 p.m. That's fine. That's intermittent fasting. No. Make sure you are properly feeding your body. It's very, very important. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I will make a video on all of this. Number 9, this one's a little superficial, but no one sees the zit that you are so insecure about. That one little pimple that you are refusing to go to school over, or you're refusing to interact with your crush because of, no one sees. When I tell you everyone is more focused on themselves, believe it. Don't let it ruin your day. A little trick, cover it up with a little bit of concealer, let that concealer warm up a little bit on your skin, blend it in, and then put some powder on top. That's all you need, girl. Everyone has imperfect days, and everyone is imperfect. Don't let it dictate your life. Do not let that one blemish dictate your day and dictate your life and blah, blah, blah. Number 10, this next one, like I could cry thinking about it. I hold so close and near and dear to my heart. This is something that is the biggest advice that I can give freaking anybody, and especially you girls watching. Dream big. Dream big when you are young, but chase those dreams. Do not forget about those dreams as you grow up. It is so important to chase those dreams. I am somebody who believes in, there is a reason why you have these dreams and aspirations, girl. There is a reason why certain dreams and certain desires come back in your life over and over and over. It's because you have it in the future. That version of you in the future has it. The reason why it's in your head now is because that version of you in the future is telling you, come on, keep pushing, get that, chase it, make that little girl proud. When you are older and you're looking back, is your younger self so excited to become who you are today? Is your younger self so proud, so impressed, so wowed by who you are today? Chase that. Do it for your younger self. Number 11, it is never too late to try something new. I am 24 years old, and the amount of times that I have gone into a room or tried a new hobby or tried something new and felt so awkward, felt so silly, felt so out of place. Girl, that is the human experience. I highly encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. If you've wanted to try ballet for your whole life and you are 30 years old watching this video and it's not something that you have jumped at, this is your sign, and this is me telling you, go do it. Sign up for that class, have fun, test yourself a little bit. You will not be as uncomfortable as you think you're gonna be. Get out there and do everything that you've wanted to do. Try new things. Take me, for example, I just signed up for a beginner screenwriting class that starts next week. Never have I ever done anything screenwriting in my life, but I'm going to an acting and film school, and I'm taking a screenwriting class. Why? Because I want to. You'll never know if you're gonna like it or if you're gonna hate it if you don't try it. Do not die wishing that you would try something in this lifetime. We're only here for a short number of days. Get out there and freaking try it. Relating back to number 11. Number 12, it is okay to feel vulnerable. In the age of social media, it is so daunting to try anything new. It is so daunting to put yourself out there. It is so daunting to feel vulnerable because we have filming and we have cameras and we can expose people. You can get caught so easily doing anything nowadays, and that is why feeling vulnerable and that is why stepping out of your comfort zone is so freaking scary. Because what if Jimmy tweets about me trying dancing for the first time and says that I look silly? What if I do something goofy and I get embarrassed and I become the next meme? Who cares? Someone who is ahead of you will never, ever, ever make fun of you for trying something new. It is only the haters and the people behind you who wish they had the courage to do what you're doing. Number 13, it is never as bad as you think it is. We are so in our heads constantly, and we are so focused on ourselves. We will nitpick and tear ourselves apart in our brains, and we will replay situations 500 times over. Oh, did I do this? Oh, was that wrong? Oh, da, da, da. It is never as bad as it is. The amount of times I've had conversations with people and then I left feeling like, oh my God, that was awkward, or oh my God, that was uncomfortable, or oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Guys, don't dwell on it. Think about it, reflect, change it for the next time if it really is that bad, but do not let it ruin your day. Do not let it manifest on itself and create social anxiety. Because I promise you, it is never as bad as you think it is. You might have had a conversation with someone where you felt completely awkward and you're like, oh my God, why did I say that? But that other person might not even be thinking about you, and they might be doing the same monologue in their own heads, thinking, oh my God, why did I say that? If you're nice and you are kind and you have the best intentions at heart and you are just trying to hold a conversation with somebody and you are only doing your best, no one can fault you for it, and you should not tear yourself up about it. Number 14, my favorite. It is what it is. If you have an it is what it is mentality, you will never fail, you guys. This is something I adopted in college. It is what it is. When things started stressing me out so bad, things out of my control would happen and I would freak out about it. Oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, I can't do this. Da, 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 da. I would spiral, you guys, over the what ifs and the issues that arose from little minor inconveniences. Guys, when you just roll with the punches and you lay back and you let things happen, I think that's like Mel Robbins' Let Them theory. Maybe, I haven't read that book. But if you just go through life with an it is what it is mentality, you are unstoppable. I oftentimes do this. When I'm freaking out about something, when something goes wrong, I like to think, and maybe this is crazy, say for instance, you are in your job and you mess up so badly. What is the worst thing that can happen? They fire you. If you are fired from your job, well, all of a sudden, new opportunities arise. Maybe a new job is out there that you didn't even think that you could have a chance at, and all of a sudden you have a chance at it because you no longer have that job because you were fired. Turning something from negative into positive always helps me. So the worst thing that could happen, you already have a solution to it. So if you are able to find a solution to the worst thing that could happen, You are set. It is what it is. If they fire me, nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. You roll with the punches and you only look forward. Number 15, make sure you slow down in life. There's something to be said about stopping and smelling the roses. Take your time. Go on walks. Sit in nature and look at the world around you. Life moves so fast and we're so busy, and especially in the age that we are of social media and everything being online and everything moving so fast and feeling so stressful, make sure you slow down. Okay, my camera died and I did not pack my external charger, so we are just going to have to finish this video holding my phone because I have no mount in my car for this. Previously, I would have stopped this entire video. I would have had to refilm. I would have had to potentially start the entire video over and refilm the entire thing. So, done is better than perfect. We're gonna keep going with this while I have to hold it, even if it's a little shaky. I'm so sorry. Slow down. Take time. Reflect on the things you love. Reflect on how grateful you are for your life. Reflect on the people in your life that you love. Reflect on it all, okay? Number 16, which actually goes perfect for this current situation, done is better than perfect. Now, I am by nature a perfectionist queen, okay? I'm a procrastinator and I'm a perfectionist. So I will take, on average, 7 times longer than the average person to get a single task done. Especially with YouTube, this was something that was so hard for me to get over because I would edit a video 5 times through and it would take me like 10, 12 hours to edit a video to make sure it was perfect. And I would push off deadlines and I would push off specific like content calendars that I had set up for myself because I wanted to make sure each and every video was perfect. Well, newsflash, Evie, right now as I'm posting this video, I have 260 subscribers. Why would a video ever need to be perfect? This is not the last piece of content I'm ever going to post. This is not the one and only content that someone is going to see my channel and judge me on. Done is better than perfect. Your essay that you've gone over 20 million times and are stressed about, it's done. And the deadline is tomorrow, but do I take an extension and do I get a grade cut because it has to be perfect and it's not perfect yet? No, babe. Done is better than perfect. Get it to a place that you're happy with, submit it. With that being said, that brings us into number 17. Do not half-ass anything you do. Always, make sure you're proud of your work because that has your name on it and that is a direct reflection of you and what you are capable of. Always be proud of your work. Do not let perfectionism hinder you, but always be proud of the work that you've put out. Always make sure that you can back yourself up and that you stand behind the work and the effort and everything you do. Do not half-ass anything. Number 18, something that I have struggled with a lot. Move in silence and let your accomplishments speak for themselves. What I mean by this, can you share your accomplishments and can you share your little baby steps and your excitement that you have for something with people that you're very, very close with? Sure. If that's your prerogative and that's what you need to do, sure. The way your brain works, when you set up a to-do list, when you have made it a decision in your mind that you have something you're excited about and something you are working towards, and you share those plans and you share that with someone else, your brain gives you a dopamine hit, as if you've already accomplished the task that you were telling someone that you're going to do. It gives you a dopamine hit and it feels good and it feels exciting. And believe it or not, you lose the motivation to actually do that thing. Because why? You've already gotten the dopamine hit as if you've already done it. Be excited about what you're doing. Share it with people, but don't share it with the whole world. Don't go out telling everybody, hey guys, I'm doing this. And another segue on that, how much more impressive is it to say to everyone in the whole world, hey guys, I'm starting a new business. Haven't done anything yet, but I'm going to. I just made up this decision. I'm going to set up a new business. Versus popping out on Instagram, hey, this is my new business. Not I'm going to, this is. It is done. The work is done. I already have 20 products up on my Shopify. Number 19, not everyone will like you, and that's okay. I say this, right, after I've already said, be kind to everyone, you can make friends with everyone. Always let that be your intention. Always go into a conversation with somebody new with the intent of being kind. But if that does not work out, it's fine. Not everyone is meant to like everyone. And you're not gonna be besties with everybody, and that is okay. But you have to learn how to cope with the fact that not everyone's gonna like you. You've done everything you can. It's so easy to spiral and, oh, why don't they like me? I need to do this, I need to do this. I need to go above and beyond to make them like me. You are fine. Do not need everyone to like you. If you have haters, I think you're doing something right. Every single person likes you. You are doing something wrong. Have your own opinions. Stand on your business. And that's coming from a people pleaser that wants everyone to like her, okay? Number 20, trust your instincts. There are so many moments when I've been in scary, spooky situations. But if I had not listened to my instincts, I feel like I probably would have been kidnapped by now. I feel like I probably would not be here filming this video. LA is a very scary place at times. That is a story for another time. But if I was not aware of my gut feeling of the person behind me, trust your instincts and act accordingly, especially as a girl. Number 21, stand up for yourself. And I don't just mean standing up for yourself when someone's talking shit to your face or when someone talks shit behind your back, because you can't stop people from talking shit. What I mean is stand up for yourself in the sense that this is fight or flight. Like what I just said. If you are in a scary situation and your gut is telling you, hey, this is not good, this is a scary situation, and someone is coming at you, stand up for yourself. Scream, yell, be loud as shit. If you have to apologize after the fact and it wasn't actually what you thought it was, that's fine. No one will fault you for standing up for yourself, and no one will fault you for protecting yourself. You are all you have at the end of the day. And now in the less scary fight or flight situations, stand up for yourself. If you see someone dragging your name through the mud, don't just back down. Stand on business. 22. And this is what I learned in college. It is okay to be quiet and listen, especially in large groups. I have learned about myself. I dominate in small groups. I am la 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 la, talking loud, cracking jokes left and right. I would argue that I'm one of the bigger personalities in small groups with people that I'm very comfortable around. However, in bigger groups, I think the magic number for me is like 4 or 5. When it gets to about 4 or 5 and up, I'm silent as a mouse and I sit there and I listen, because I don't feel very comfortable to talk loudly, because I don't feel very comfortable to give my opinion, because I don't know everyone. And I think that's okay. And that used to be something I struggled with a lot. I would overcompensate and push past my discomfort and still be very loud in large groups. And that would often get me in kind of like sticky situations that would make me feel like a little anxious after the fact. If you're in a situation where you feel like being quiet, or if there are other people dominating a group, hey, it's okay to be quiet. You do not always have to be that loud, exciting, enthusiastic, entertaining one in every situation. You can have a time and place. That is more than okay. There's also a saying that I really love that is, but the person that is the most quiet in a group is often the smartest one. You sit there and listen and you observe and you just start documenting information, you're gonna learn a lot more than if you're la 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 yapping. And I'm not saying do this always, but sometimes it comes in handy. This one I love. Number 23. If you stand for nothing, you will fall for everything. I love this quote. This kind of goes hand in hand with the not everyone is gonna like you thing. If you stand for nothing, if you have absolutely no opinions of your own, you will let people walk all over you, and you will let people dictate your beliefs. You will let people manipulate you. You need to have core, strong values and beliefs that you believe beyond all else. It is okay to have differing opinions from someone else, but it is more than anything so important that you have your own beliefs and you have your own values and you know them up here. You don't have to share them with everyone. But if you know them up here, that is so important. Hold on to them, especially when life or people test you and test those beliefs. It's okay to have different opinions from other people, but knowing yourself is knowing your core beliefs and is the ability to hold on to them. And what do you know? Number 24, always be humble and kind. We're coming full circle here. I think this perfectly encapsulates everything that I have said. This is by far my favorite lesson and by far my favorite thing that I've shared in this entire video. I think this should be everybody's North Star, because if you are kind and you are humble, you can do absolutely no wrong. And I stand on that. This is actually the title of a Tim McGraw song, which is my favorite song of all time. I learned this in high school and it is just something that stuck with me. You could be the smartest person in the entire world. You could have everything going for you. But if you are rude to the people you speak to, and if you are cocky, you suck. And I can say that confidently. You fucking suck. You should always be humble. You should always be kind. Treat everybody and anybody with kindness. It does not matter if they work for you. It does not matter if they were rude to you. It does not matter anything. Be kind because you want to be proud of the person you are. In my job, I've met a lot of very cool people and a lot of very influential people and a lot of very famous people. And my favorite people ever that I've met in my job that were famous and noteworthy were the kind and humble ones. If I can sit there and talk to you and have a conversation with you, and you are the biggest action sports star there is, and everybody in the world wants to talk to you, but you give me the time of day, and you let me speak about myself, and you ask me questions about myself, when you are the most famous person in your industry, that is the most impressive quality and trait I've ever witnessed. And being humble and kind is something that I have always believed in, but it is really solidified this belief in this job when I've met certain individuals like this. As somebody who wants to grow and have a platform and have a voice of my own and have some sort of influence on others and be helpful to others, this is the number one thing that I want to hold on to, is to always be kind and take my time, say thank you, say please, say sorry, and always be humble. If someone wants to talk to you, talk to them. Give them the time of day. I just gave you a lot of advice and a lot of big sister tips. The sun has set with us. It is now dark outside. My other camera has died, and we are still here. I wanted to finish out this video, and I wanted to give you all of these lessons that I think are so, so important and hold a very, very special place in my heart, each and every one of them. I will happily make a video on each of these topics if you want. Let me know what you would like to see. Let me know what is of interest. Let me know what you need help with. Even if you have something you would need advice from, or if you have a question, put it in the comments below. I try to respond to every single person because that's genuinely why I want to be here. I want to help. I love to help. It's my favorite thing in the world. Maybe I don't have all the answers and maybe I don't even have the correct answers, but I'm going to try and help you. So I love you so, so, so much. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you learned something. I hope you have some takeaways from this video. And again, this reason for this video and my reason for wanting to make this kind of content stems from my volleyball girls, because I love you guys so, so much and I want to give you the world. Thank you for giving me a purpose. You know who you are. I love you the most. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.